Business Lexington is made possible with the support of Cornet IMS. 25 years of providing integrated marketing solutions to Kentucky's top businesses and organizations. Cornet-IMS.com.
In this month's look at communities around Kentucky, Sylvia Lovely takes us to Inez, Lexington, and Moorhead.
I had not expected eloquence. It was a long dinner. The speeches were not stirring. Then came the last speaker, a doctor overseeing the training of young physicians. His remarks were unexpectedly inspiring, but I must admit, troubling. Folks, he said, altruism is dead. Our young doctors do not want to work with poor people, and they want to be paid for night calls and weekends. I don't know what we're going to do. He was in despair, and understandably so. A recent study from the Pew Charitable Trust found that today's youth indicate a desire to be rich and famous above all else. They spend less time with adults than any previous generation, preferring to shut out the world with electronic devices plugged into their ears. However, I have an abiding faith that the younger generation does want to make a difference. As Einstein observed, one can spend life seeing the world as one of despair or one of hope. I prefer the latter because some good things are happening out there. Just look at the presidential campaigns and watch how youth are becoming engaged in unprecedented numbers. Everywhere, young people are becoming informed in their own ways, engaging in community development activities, peering beyond their iPods, and leading change. Take Inez, Kentucky, for example. Deep in the heart of Appalachia, and in spite of its difficult past, it is home to Renaissance man Jim Booth, a gifted entrepreneur and businessman determined to see advancement in his hometown. Booth is complemented by a young mayor and councilman with the goal to transform their community. The city's young economic development professional left a job on the national stage to return home and put it this way: I love this place and see the possible. I want to help everyone appreciate the beauty and uniqueness of our way of life, she said. Together, they are working to develop a downtown centerpiece office building which can serve as a hub of activity, an Inez small-scale version of Louisville's magnificent Museum Plaza. Recently, Henry County High School senior Matt Doan organized a voter registration drive for his classmates as a senior project and invited me to be the keynote speaker. He reports that his drive was nearly 100% successful. 100%. The tide is turning, as we hoped they would. Our youth are seeing themselves as part of a bigger picture. As a final example of hope, consider a dynamic group of Moorhead State University students who participated in the New City Moorhead Initiative and recently was conducted by the New Cities Institute. Through the process, they learned about the 12 principles of community building, shared their own visions, and espoused how they could leave the college and the community better than they found it. Their efforts recently won an award by the Southern Growth Policies Board, the 2008 Innovator Award, soon to be presented in Little Rock, Arkansas. Truth be known, young people are organizing community forums and networking all over Kentucky, in person and online. Through these efforts of our youth, I'm reminded of a youthful president in 1961 who had ambitious dreams. One of his visions was that we would walk on the moon by the end of the decade, a preposterous dream at the time, but it happened. It symbolized hope for the future. Who knows? Maybe some young Kentucky dreamers will aspire to become physicians or researchers and will revolutionize our ailing healthcare system. I hope the doctor from the dinner is around to see it. For the New Cities Institute, I'm Sylvia Lovely.